The truth you've been told is only a fraction of what has been hidden from the eyes of mankind for centuries. What if the real story of our origins, the celestial battle behind the scenes of history, and the ancient secrets buried deep within Scripture are about to be unveiled before your very eyes? Imagine a divine revelation so profound that it shakes the foundation of everything you thought you knew about creation, morality, and the spiritual realms. Do you realize that a shadowy chapter predating Adam and Eve has been concealed from the world, holding keys to understanding the cosmic war that shapes our universe? This is a divine summons, a call to awaken and see beyond the surface, to pierce through the veils of deception that have kept humanity in spiritual darkness. The time has come to confront the hidden truths that have been suppressed for millennia, truths that could redefine your understanding of good and evil, of divine justice, and the very fabric of reality itself. Prepare yourself for an awakening that will challenge your beliefs, ignite your faith, and reveal the powerful, unseen forces that influence your life today. The moment of divine disclosure is near, and what you are about to discover could alter your destiny forever. Long before the story of Adam and Eve, there existed an ancient narrative that many have never heard, yet it holds profound truths about the origins of the universe and the hidden history of divine beings. This story is found in the Book of Enoch, a text that predates the canonical scriptures and offers a glimpse into celestial realms and cosmic conflicts that have shaped our world. For centuries, this knowledge was kept secret, suppressed because it reveals uncomfortable truths about the spiritual war raging behind the scenes of human history. It challenges the traditional understanding of creation and introduces a layer of reality where angels, giants, and forbidden knowledge played pivotal roles long before humanity was fully formed. The Book of Enoch describes a time when divine beings, called Watchers, descended from the heavens with a mission to observe mankind. However, their purpose was corrupted, and instead of watching silently, they rebelled against divine order. These angels took human wives, forming unions that produced offspring known as the Nephilim, gigantic, powerful beings who terrorized the earth with violence and insatiable appetites. These hybrid creatures brought chaos, suffering, and destruction, leaving a lasting mark on human history. The detailed accounts in Enoch go beyond what traditional scripture offers, providing insights into their lineage, motives, and the catastrophic impact they had on the world. In their rebellion, the Watchers also shared forbidden knowledge with humanity. They imparted secrets of metallurgy, weapon-making, cosmetics, sorcery, and astrology, technologies and arts meant to elevate mankind, but ultimately leading to corruption and spiritual decline. This premature sharing of divine secrets corrupted the natural order and opened the door to chaos. The biblical flood, often seen as an act of divine judgment, is depicted in Enoch as a divine intervention designed to cleanse the earth of the contamination caused by these hybrid creatures and their forbidden knowledge. It was a cosmic reset aimed at restoring balance and righteousness. Enoch himself is portrayed as a prophet who is taken on a journey through the heavens, witnessing the tree of life, the throne of God, and the vast starry vaults that contain the future judgment for the rebellious angels and their offspring. This visionary experience reveals a divine plan for ultimate justice and the restoration of harmony in creation. Despite its significance, the Book of Enoch was once revered among early Jewish and Christian communities, quoted by apostles like Jude, yet it was eventually excluded from most biblical canons. Its mystical content and complex theology created tensions with Orthodox beliefs, leading to its suppression. Today, it remains a powerful hidden chapter of history, one that continues to influence thoughts on divine justice, cosmic cycles, and the hidden spiritual war that affects all of us. In the earliest moments of cosmic history, before the formation of humanity, there existed a divine order that governed the heavens. According to ancient texts, including the Book of Enoch, a group of angels called the Watchers were assigned the task of observing and caring for creation. These beings were meant to serve as protectors and guides, maintaining harmony between the spiritual and physical realms. However, their purpose was corrupted when a critical moment of rebellion arose. Instead of fulfilling their divine duties, a faction of these angels descended from their heavenly realm and chose to interact directly with humanity. Their arrival was not accidental, but a deliberate act of defiance against divine authority. The Watchers came to Earth and, upon seeing the beauty of human women, decided to take them as wives. This union was unprecedented, blending the divine with the mortal in a way that went against the natural order established by the Creator. These unions produced offspring known as the Nephilim, giant beings often described as warriors of immense strength and size. These hybrids quickly became a source of chaos, instigating violence and spreading fear across the land. Their presence destabilized the world, and their destructive nature left a lasting scar on human history. The Book of Enoch provides detailed accounts of these beings, explaining their origins, motives, and the chaos they unleashed. Unlike the biblical narratives that focus on human sinfulness, Enoch emphasizes the divine rebellion that set these events into motion. The rebellion of the Watchers was not only about their disobedience, but also about sharing forbidden knowledge. These angels imparted secrets that should have remained hidden, powerful arts like metallurgy, weapon crafting, cosmetics, and even sorcery. They introduced humanity to technologies and occult practices that elevated their capabilities, but also led to moral decline. Such knowledge was meant for divine beings, not humans, and its premature sharing corrupted the natural order. This contamination of divine purity is presented in the Book of Enoch as a key reason for divine intervention. The Great Flood, often associated with divine judgment in canonical texts, is depicted here as a cosmic cleanup, an act of divine mercy designed to purge the earth of the hybrid creatures and the chaos they fostered. It was not merely a punishment, but a necessary act to restore balance and prepare the world for a new beginning. Throughout these ancient stories, Enoch's visions reveal a universe filled with divine justice and cosmic cycles. Enoch himself is shown being taken through different heavens, witnessing the tree of life, the throne of God, and the celestial vaults that hold the future. These visions offer a glimpse into the divine plan for judgment and redemption, emphasizing that justice will ultimately prevail over rebellion. Despite its significance in early religious circles, the Book of Enoch was eventually excluded from most biblical canons. Its mystical language and complex theology created tensions with orthodox doctrines, leading to its suppression. Yet its messages continue to resonate today, hinting at a hidden history of cosmic conflict and divine justice that underpins human existence. Throughout history, the story of the Watchers and their rebellion has been a subject of intense curiosity and debate, yet much of this knowledge has remained hidden or misunderstood. The biblical narrative touches on these events, but the Book of Enoch expands and clarifies many details that are often overlooked or dismissed in mainstream teachings. These angels, originally sent to observe and protect, chose to abandon their divine duties, driven by pride and curiosity. Their decision to descend onto Earth and interact directly with humanity was a profound act of disobedience that had far-reaching consequences. This act of rebellion was not merely a mistake, but a deliberate challenge to divine authority, creating a ripple effect that would influence the course of human history. The offspring of these unions, the Nephilim, are described as giants who possessed incredible strength but also embodied chaos and destruction. Their presence on Earth disrupted the natural order, leading to widespread violence and suffering. These beings became symbols of the corruption that can arise when divine laws are broken. serving as a reminder of the importance of obedience and humility in the face of divine authority. The Book of Enoch emphasizes that their existence was not accidental, but a direct result of the angels' refusal to uphold their celestial responsibilities. Their influence extended beyond their physical presence as they imparted knowledge and secrets that accelerated humanity's decline. This forbidden knowledge, including mastery of metals, weapons, and mystical arts, was meant to remain hidden, but the angels' rebellion ensured it would be shared prematurely, corrupting mankind. This contamination of divine purity prompted divine intervention through the Great Flood, which is portrayed in Enoch as a necessary act to cleanse the earth of the chaos caused by the hybrid beings and their corrupted knowledge. Unlike the simple judgment depicted in some biblical texts, this event is presented as a cosmic reset, a way to restore balance and prepare the earth for a new beginning. The flood was not just an act of punishment, but a profound act of divine mercy, aimed at removing the spiritual and physical contamination that had spread across the planet. The narrative of Enoch reveals that such cosmic events are part of a larger divine plan, involving cycles of judgment, purification, and renewal. It also underscores the importance of understanding the spiritual laws that govern existence and the consequences when those laws are broken. Enoch's visions of higher realms and divine thrones serve to remind us that justice and righteousness are ultimately enforced from above. These celestial journeys emphasize the importance of divine oversight and the ongoing battle between good and evil that shapes human destiny. Despite its ancient origins, the story continues to resonate because it speaks to universal themes of rebellion, justice, and redemption. It challenges us to reflect on the hidden forces at work behind the scenes of history and to consider the spiritual responsibilities we hold. The narrative encourages us to seek truth beyond surface appearances and to recognize that humanity's true history is intertwined with cosmic realities that extend beyond what we can see. Throughout history, the story of the Watchers and their rebellion has remained a mysterious and often misunderstood chapter of divine history. The Book of Enoch provides a detailed account of these angelic beings, revealing their original purpose and the profound consequences of their disobedience. These angels, meant to serve as protectors and messengers, instead chose to descend from the heavens and interfere directly in human affairs. Their desire to explore and intervene led them to take human wives, producing offspring that were neither fully divine nor fully mortal. These hybrid beings, known as the Nephilim, grew into giants who brought chaos and violence to the earth, disturbing the natural harmony established by the Creator. The Nephilim's presence on the planet was not just a physical threat, but also a spiritual one. Their existence symbolized the breakdown of divine order and the corruption that can occur when celestial laws are ignored. The angels' sharing of forbidden knowledge further worsened this situation. They imparted secrets related to metallurgy, weaponry, cosmetics, and occult arts, knowledge that was meant to remain hidden and sacred. Instead, it was prematurely shared with humanity, leading to moral decline, conflict, and widespread suffering. This contamination of divine truth accelerated humanity's descent into chaos, prompting divine intervention to restore balance. The Great Flood, as depicted in the Book of Enoch, was not simply an act of punishment, but a necessary measure to cleanse the earth of the spiritual and physical pollution caused by these hybrid creatures and their forbidden knowledge. The flood served as a divine reset, a cosmic purification to eliminate the chaos sown by the rebellious angels and their offspring. It was an act of mercy, designed to restore the natural order and prepare the earth for a new cycle of life. This event highlights the importance of divine justice and the consequences of disobedience. It also underscores the idea that divine laws are designed to maintain harmony in the universe, and when these laws are broken, chaos ensues. Enoch's visions of the heavens and the divine throne further emphasize that ultimate justice resides with the Creator. These celestial journeys reveal that divine oversight and cosmic balance are ongoing themes in the spiritual realm, reminding us that the battle between good and evil is not just a human affair, but a cosmic conflict that influences all of creation. The story of the Watchers and the Nephilim is a powerful reminder that spiritual truths often lie hidden beneath the surface of traditional teachings. Its teachings challenge us to see beyond the superficial and seek understanding of the deeper spiritual realities at play. The narrative encourages us to reflect on the importance of obedience, humility, and the divine order that sustains life. It also invites us to consider the significance of forbidden knowledge and the potential dangers of tampering with spiritual truths meant to remain sacred. The lessons embedded in this ancient story remain relevant today, urging us to respect divine boundaries and to seek wisdom grounded in humility and reverence for the divine plan. Throughout history, many have wondered why certain stories of divine rebellion and cosmic conflict were either hidden or dismissed by mainstream religious institutions. The story of the Watchers, as described in the Book of Enoch, offers a perspective that challenges traditional views on divine justice and human origins. This narrative reveals that the origins of evil and chaos in the world are not solely the result of human choices, but are deeply rooted in celestial events that predate human existence. The angels' rebellion and their subsequent actions introduce a complex layer of spiritual warfare that continues to influence life on Earth today. Yet, for centuries, this knowledge was suppressed because it complicates a simplified view of good versus evil, divine punishment, and divine mercy. It raises profound questions about the nature of divine justice, free will, and the hidden forces shaping our reality. The suppression of such truths suggests that there has been an ongoing effort to keep humanity unaware of the cosmic battle that has been fought in the spiritual realms. This concealment may serve to maintain control over spiritual narratives, preventing individuals from questioning the authority of religious doctrines. However, the story of the Watchers and the Nephilim offers a different perspective, one that emphasizes the importance of understanding the origins of chaos and the divine plan for ultimate justice. It invites us to see beyond surface-level teachings and consider the possibility that the spiritual war is ongoing, influencing the moral and spiritual fabric of society. Recognizing this hidden history can empower individuals to seek truth with discernment, and to understand that the forces of good and evil are at work in subtle and sometimes unseen ways. Furthermore, the narrative highlights the importance of humility and obedience to divine laws. The angels' rebellion teaches that overstepping spiritual boundaries can lead to chaos and suffering, not just for themselves, but for all of creation. It underscores the necessity of respecting divine order and understanding the consequences of hubris and disobedience. This story also reminds us that divine justice is not arbitrary, but is rooted in the need to restore harmony and righteousness. The flood, as described in the Book of Enoch, was a necessary act to cleanse the earth from the contamination caused by the hybrid beings and the forbidden knowledge they carried. This cosmic event was not merely a punishment, but a divine intervention for the preservation of life and spiritual integrity. By exploring these ancient narratives, we gain insight into the deeper spiritual realities that influence our world. It encourages us to question what has been hidden and to seek understanding of the unseen forces at play. Recognizing the existence of this celestial conflict can lead to a greater awareness of our spiritual responsibilities and the importance of aligning ourselves with divine principles. Ultimately, it invites us to see life as part of a larger cosmic story, one of continual struggle, justice, and hopeful renewal. Throughout history, the story of the Watchers and their rebellion has been a subject of deep curiosity and often controversy. The Book of Enoch provides a detailed account of these angels, revealing how their initial purpose was to serve and protect divine creation. However, their pride and curiosity led them to challenge the divine order, resulting in a rebellion that would have lasting consequences. When these angels descended to earth, they did so with the intent of observing humanity, but instead, they became entangled in forbidden actions. Taking human wives and producing offspring, they created a race of giants known as the Nephilim. These beings were not only physically imposing, but also symbols of the chaos that occurs when divine boundaries are crossed. Their existence disrupted the harmony of the natural world, leading to widespread violence and suffering. The Book of Enoch emphasizes that their arrival was not accidental, but a direct result of the angels' defiance against divine laws. The rebellion of the Watchers was further compounded by the sharing of forbidden knowledge. These angels revealed secrets that should have remained sacred: metallurgy, weapon-making, cosmetics, and mystical practices. Their imparting of this knowledge accelerated human development, but also led to moral decline. Such secrets, meant for divine beings, were prematurely handed over to humans, corrupting the natural order and inviting chaos. This contamination of divine truth and purity is presented as the primary reason for divine intervention. The Great Flood, as described in the Book of Enoch, was not just a punishment but a divine act to wipe out the hybrid offspring and restore balance. It served as a cosmic reset to purify the earth from the chaos caused by angelic disobedience and the misuse of divine secrets. Enoch's visions of the heavens reveal a universe governed by divine justice and cosmic cycles. He is shown traveling through different celestial realms, witnessing the Tree of Life, the Throne of God, and the starry vaults that contain the divine judgment reserved for the rebellious angels and their offspring. These visions reinforce that divine justice is not arbitrary, but part of a greater cosmic plan designed to restore balance and righteousness. Despite being an ancient text, the Book of Enoch offers insights that remain relevant today. It reminds us that spiritual rebellion has consequences and that divine laws are established to maintain harmony in creation. Recognizing this cosmic struggle encourages a deeper respect for divine boundaries and an awareness of the unseen forces that influence human history. It challenges us to reflect on the importance of humility, obedience, and spiritual integrity in our own lives. Throughout history, the stories of divine beings, angels, and celestial conflicts have often been shrouded in mystery or dismissed as myth. However, the ancient texts preserved in the Book of Enoch reveal a layered reality that challenges the simplified narratives presented in many modern teachings. These stories remind us that there is a much deeper spiritual reality underlying human history, one that involves cosmic battles, divine justice, and the consequences of disobedience. Recognizing the existence of these hidden truths allows us to see the world through a different lens, one that considers the unseen forces shaping our destiny and moral landscape. The account of the Watchers and the Nephilim highlights the importance of respecting divine boundaries and understanding that spiritual laws are designed to maintain harmony. When these laws are broken, chaos and suffering tend to follow. The flood, as depicted in the Book of Enoch, was not merely an act of punishment, but an essential act of cosmic cleansing, allowing divine justice to restore balance and order. This perspective encourages us to reflect on our actions and their ripple effects within the larger spiritual framework. It reminds us that divine patience is accompanied by divine justice, and that ultimately righteousness prevails over rebellion. Moreover, the stories underscore the significance of divine wisdom and the dangers of forbidden knowledge. The angels' sharing of sacred secrets prematurely with humanity serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of humility and reverence. It suggests that some truths are meant to be revealed at the right time and in the right way, emphasizing that spiritual growth requires discipline and respect for divine timing. For modern audiences, these lessons remain relevant, urging us to approach spiritual knowledge with discernment and humility, recognizing that true wisdom is rooted in harmony with divine principles. Finally, these ancient narratives invite us to consider our place within a greater cosmic story, one that involves ongoing cycles of judgment, renewal, and spiritual evolution. They challenge us to look beyond surface appearances and question what may be hidden beneath the realities we experience daily. As we explore these truths, we are encouraged to seek a deeper understanding of our spiritual heritage and to live in alignment with higher principles. In doing so, we can find guidance, hope, and purpose amid the complexities of life, knowing that divine justice and love ultimately prevail in the grand design of creation.